Welcome one and all, and thanks for joining me here. This is an unexpected little app that I've developed over the last 5 weeks, and it's because I'm a volcano fan and love earthquakes and eruptions and Mother Nature, rather than watching soaps and social media. I like nature, but also fascinated with Iceland and the culture, and also all the earthquakes and tectonic activity going on there. And I've been watching the last 3 earthquakes going off there in the Reykjanes Peninsula. You can never pronounce that one. So the eruption didn't happen. Wait for weeks for it to happen, and it didn't happen. So I decided, I wonder if I could make a simulation of a volcano in virtual reality. So this is why we're here and why you're watching. So this is actually the very first build. This is a very early prototype build, an alpha build, just to see if I could get the physics working in this. So this is based on real world physics. All the particles and lava bombs generated all have their own mass, different sizes, and each of those then will contribute to the mass as it grows here. So as they fall, they'll create mass. Again, as they fall away, they'll change colour and stop, and again we'll raise the terrain, all in proportion. So it's all different random speeds, ratios. The idea is that you'll build your own volcano, either in this, we've got a simulated version of Iceland here, nice in the setting sun. I'll just spin you around. Northern Lights, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to just see how this works. So before, I had trouble getting this to run for any sort of length of time because it builds a terrain. It tends to be like origami, and it used to run away in all sorts of weird and wonderful contortions, but it wasn't like a volcano. So I wanted this to build not in a cone shape, but like a volcano with irregularity, like a natural volcano would have. And today everything's just generated from whatever lava comes out, where it lands, what size it is, where it falls, and this will eventually create from a flat terrain we started. This should now build us a nice little volcano. So there's a few ideas for this. Well, the first one is for it'll be working in PC and Quest. So you'll either have a nice virtual reality environment like this, or we will be also getting the terrain from parts of the world. For example, the exact height map from Iceland, the area where the volcano's going off, or it could be the height map for wherever you live, and you can set a volcano off wherever you want in the world. And then the third one, which should be the most exciting and most fun, is we're going to have this volcano, well, first of all a fissure opening up, and then a volcano opening up in your own house in mixed reality. So this volcano is going to eat your house up. So I'm asking your permission, can we do that before we go, and would you like that to happen? So I think it'd be quite cool. So this is the very next thing we'll be working on. It is just the very first build we got working here on PC, and it should work nicely on Rift as well. So I'm conscious I'm in a Quest, so I'll try and keep my head more steady here as we watch this build here. So you can see the lava all changes colour depending on how hot it is. Orange at the centre, redder here, and then as it stops, it cools down, it'll slowly turn to black and die off, and then lay on another bit of terrain. So you can see now we're starting even now getting a bit of a cone on. Nice shape here. We've also got spatial audio in this, so every particle has got its own sound. You can hear it when it pops and fizzes, bangs around you. The crater gets louder then obviously as you get closer in. That sort of stuff. See, lava's falling in, our crater's building. The crater starts to get bigger and raises in height as we go on. So we'll just spin back here and just want to show you something I have here now to help monitor the operation. So in this hand we have a little module here, so it tells us all about the status. So at the minute we're erupting. Tells us the time, the start, when it started, and the duration. And this one's programmed for 20,000 cycles, So each one of those lava bombs that goes up would be 1 cycle. But say you might get between 1 and 5 different bombs going off at the one time. And then when they land, you might get between 0 and 3 different little lavettes, I suppose, lavlets, we will call them. These individual lava particles which are doing their own things. So at the minute, our current cycles is 12,200, so it's up to 20,000. Before I couldn't get this going above 3,000, it would just either run away or it would freeze up or fold, different things. So I'll just tell you other things now you'll be able to change. So either you can let it go, let it rip from the start, and set different parameters, and the different ones you can set is the rate, so that'll be how fast the whole eruption is happening, would be the rate. Crater size, so you can set how fast it grows, again with the lava height. It's important to balance these as well. Also the speed of the lava, the angle it spits out at, all these different things all contribute to also the different things, the silicate, how draggy it is, depending if it's high silicate or low silicate content. So also variables we can change. So down here we get a wee count of how much lava's come out at the minute. So that would be 1,706 of our bombettes, as we call them here. We multiply them by 2 or 3, and then the total weight here in kilograms would be 1,700. So that'd be 1.7 ton at the minute. So this is actually the rate to say this is going at about maybe 4 times quicker, 10. Yeah, it's only 40%. Probably about 10 times quicker than real life than it would actually build. So if you want it in real life, it's going to happen slower, but we want to make sure you can see what's going on. So different people like different things. Watching volcanoes, some people like watching the bombs hit the ground, and other people like to watch as they hit the sides of the wall and fizzle down. Other people like to watch the lava streams building up and running down. Other people like to watch the crater as stuff falls back into it, breaks down again. We're all going on smoke. You can nearly smell it. I'm going to get hit. There's another cool thing to do is just watch these again. These won't be permanent, they might change these, but it's very nice to watch these shapes because they're all different. Every one of them different size and weight and reacts with each other. Very therapeutic, just watching lava fall, changing colour, create new virtual land here in virtual Iceland. Again, we're getting our lava stream starting to build from a flat territory. Another couple of wee bits just to watch here on our monitor, our status here. So the X and Z position is whereabouts on the radius of the circle these things are getting flung out at, and again they get flung out at different radiuses from that, again, different speeds, different things. That's their different, would be a vector 3 velocity, so that's their speeds in 3 different directions. Goes maybe up to about 20 kilometers an hour, and the masses of them be average maybe from 0.3 of a kilo up to maybe 2 kilos. These bombs would be, the bombs themselves would be that size. It's just a handy wee one. I'm Paul from Skywatcher VR. We make VR apps and Instrument Studio VR, also make VR video, things like that, spatial audio, and work on different projects with different groups. So get in touch. But the main thing I'm on here is just to see what you think of this idea. Would you like to see this on the Quest, on PC? That's what we intend to do, and hopefully intend to get you access to this as soon as possible now, maybe the next month or so, or even quicker than that. We want to work on getting the Quest one working where it works in mixed reality. That'll be quite good. So this can be used as a bit of fun. It can be used for educational stuff. It can also be used as simulation for people working on, for example, in Iceland, in Grindavik. You could set up an Iceland or a volcano somewhere in the area and just see what the effects are, see where the lava is going to drift to, possibilities. So again, it could be fun, it could be a toy. And another thing we can do is build this into social. So for myself, my geeky thing, nerdy thing to do is watch volcanoes erupting or waiting for them to erupt. So that's what I've been monitoring nearly every day to see what's going on in Iceland. Be watching these channels. I want to give a shout out to Live from Iceland. Love the show. They've got great coverage now. 4 screens showing it. Also Sean Wilsey does great updates. Keep an eye on him. Hello Sean. You'll be interested in this, get in touch please. There's a complete simulator in virtual reality, so if you want to teach your class about volcanoes, why not do it while a volcano's erupting and building. All sorts of possibilities. Also we can bring in live world data. For example, I would watch Feeder.is quakes, sort of to monitor the quakes going on in Iceland, and Raspberry Shake now will be monitoring earthquakes around the world, things like that. You should look them up. If you're on PC, for example, and I can do this right now, I can open up a desktop window here. You can use virtual desktop or use Oculus' own sort of dash version. And I have my own desktop screen up here where I'm watching YouTube. I'm watching live from Iceland. I'm watching all those channels I talked about while this volcano's erupting. So over the last month, we expected the volcano to erupt. There's a huge seismic event, the biggest since I've been monitoring Iceland in a long time. It was on the 10th of October, and everyone expected the volcano to go up, so it dropped the land around. For example, if we pretend we're in Grettian's Peninsula now, outside Grindavik and the Blue Lagoon, the whole area maybe dropped in parts by a metre, sort of nearly overnight. It rose up first and then dropped by a metre, and now it's all rising up again. So this has just been an ongoing building of this event, which hasn't happened in the whole. Fortunately, the town of Grindavik had to be completely evacuated because of the structural damage and the danger to it. So this one's serious. Now, the last earthquakes in Iceland were a joy to watch because no one was in danger as such. So this one is dangerous. So we're hoping it erupts further up the fissure, not near the town. And we're thinking all the people there in Grindavik, especially Muse from Iceland, to follow her. We're thinking of you and you and your husband and your pets. You've been through a hard time and they get re-home, but hang in there. Someone said to me, I don't know where I heard it or read it, the Icelandic people their home is in their heart. So you might forget about your home maybe for now. At least your home, Iceland, is in your heart. Here we go, have a look back at the crater, starting to build here. Getting busy and getting bigger and getting hotter. Again, we've just created let's just watch some of these things. This is just take a wee spin around the volcano here. I'll try and be as smooth as I possibly can here. Using the Quest 3 here as controllers. Starting to get a nice shape, as in not too uniform, which is, I don't want a perfect cone. Getting lava lines, starting to build lava where it's going out. It's very cool to watch this. Maybe a bit biased, but this is the sort of thing I enjoy watching, is volcanoes or Earth. But let me know what you think. What would you like to see maybe added to this? Fireworks too. Hey. Go on the lads. Oh. Should cool down now. down now. Turn to red, then eventually darker red. Again, if they get more hit again, they'll get reactivated a bit. If these go anywhere and they do die off, black will start to raise the terrain up. Just like the real thing, everything here is based on real world physics, real world buildings. Yeah, I studied geography at college. For quite a few years, I have some knowledge, geography and physics, maths, a bit coding. Not so much geology, they're all nutters really, but apart from Sean, he's nice, Sean Wilson. And the geology professors I knew used to be hitting the nutty side. Suppose you have to be. Talking about volcanoes and strange places, caves, places other people don't go. So here we go, I think we're up. We'll just have a check on our stats here. See how we're getting on. So we're now up to 3,600 cycles. 15 minutes gone here. So I don't know how long, I'm just going to let this run. Half an hour, see how it goes. Nothing else to do, because I know people like, especially those on live from Iceland, Far TV, also the Bob Nation people, Ragnar. Ragnar has my camera, by the way. Where's my camera, Ragnar? So these people like to watch, so I thought it'd be nice. This will be working also on desktop, so say this is VR at the minute, but we can also have a desktop version of this for people who don't have VR. Simple idea, so it just happened by accident because the volcano didn't erupt. I thought, why not make your own? So we'll wander off here a wee bit and see some of the terrain. This is a 1K grid we're on at the minute. Volcanoes are, that's hopefully what you can see, how big you can grow your volcano. That's what could make this a game, a competition. So you can play with your parameters as it builds and see you can make the biggest one or the prettiest one or gnarliest one, so those would be the oldest ones here. Mossy sort of ground you'd have in Iceland here, the moss and old lava. Not a lot of growth, no trees anyway. That's one good thing about suppose building a simulator in Iceland. You don't have to bother with trees and shadows of trees or things like that. It's all rock, all rock and roll. As you can see from here, it's just a sort of vague simulation of where the volcano might erupt. If anyone knows the area, that would be the Sundakar, the old volcano system, where this is most likely to set off. Hopefully, if it does, it'll be on that one. I should go up and get a bit of height here. Easier. And we're higher up. So that'd be the Sundakar volcano system, or hopefully this would be section over there. Would be there. You can see the Blue Lagoon, or hopefully that won't hit the Blue Lagoon, but it should be in trouble if it does. So, and then behind us this way, these are all just simulation, would be Grindavik would be this way. Another thing we can do is bring in real world weather into this as well, so you can have the clouds blowing with the wind as it actually is. All sorts of possibilities. Let's see how we're getting on. 4,000. I think you can see the crater's starting to grow here, up to 2.2 and 75 centimeters. That's where the lava's coming out of at the top. And weight now, we're up to about 5 ton. So in real life, they say that'd be 10 times, is running about 10 times faster. So that, if I was doing this for real, that would be 50 ton ejection so far. You see the area it's now covered. Starting to look a little bit the volcanoes behind it. Pause here, so it would be nice for a screenshot. So we get our lava flows coming out all over the place, starting to build nicely, different colours. You can see where it's hot. The lava's been run where it's hot. It's cooled down a wee bit. All hot here in the lava field. Starting a nice irregular pattern. Looking dangerous. There we go with the setting sun. Where would you get it? See, it's still laying down ground. I'll just sit here for a while and let you watch. Over this side. All the ridges and furrows are starting to build up. Starting to get further away from the volcano as time goes on. So that's what we want, is a nice sort of build of lava, and then the lava shape where there's quite peaky here in bits, but it's random. Every time's different. Put up the cone, see what height we're at. Ooh. Alright. You can hear each one of these as they go off when it lands. You can hear it landing. You're only getting this in stereo, but in VR you've got full spatial audio. Another thing we've got going is the haptics. So as each bit of these bombs land, you get a vibration on the haptics. There's a nice view. This could be a nice screenshot. In the setting sun. Very own volcano whenever you want it, and as safe as possible. This is a very safe volcano, guaranteed, unless obviously you might be prone to flashing lights, so obviously be a bit careful of that. I might put a wee switch on that, so if anyone's prone to that, we can turn off the lights. So you can see there's some flashing lights just with the craters and erupts. There we go. This is what developers get up to. You just have an idea, and I should have been working on Instrument Studio VR. I have a lot of info coming on that very soon. I've been working on it with some really exciting new concepts never seen before. 2 big ones especially. I'll be talking about that maybe next week or 2. So in the meantime, please leave comments about the volcano here. So I'm just going to stay on here, because if you're not on the wait, you can just fast forward this and watch as the volcano erupts. So I think I'm maybe going to go for an hour, just see how it goes, unless it gets in trouble, just to see how big we can get it. You're up to 5,500, so it's about about 20 minutes roughly for 5,000. They have a lot more work to do now on actually lava in the crater, the boiling lava in the crater, all has to be done. Also we're going to have lava flowing out, more so than these. These are going to be all squelched down. This is just a working prototype just to see what can be done. Hey, chase me baby. Here we go, love watching these. Start to cool down. Oh, they've got a bit of momentum in them. It'll be hot. You take your time, the shape of you. Yeah. Oh, there's more like that one. Getting hot at the top here. There's the crater looking good now. Bit of depth to it. Heights building on the outside. It's a good view. This is like a drone camera view. Track each one of these as we go. Way. Getting high on the outside there. So because this is Unity, it tends to slightly boxy here, the terrain at the start, because there's only so many folds it can make. But as this gets bigger now, it's right, I think it looks quite good for a few weeks' work anyway. Whenever we look around the far side now as well. Got the snow-capped mountain in the back. Very steep at that side. One of these bits of lava has all got own little brain and code, so just a life of its own. What colour, what way it reacts with other things, how it lays down terrain, so quite a lot going on here. Nothing's been optimised yet, so it may get shaky if there's too many of the lava particles, but if we're starting to form a nice like a volcano now, we've got ridges going on there. Only using just a couple of textures really here. 4, I think, the whole thing. So it's just very early days now, but it works. I've spent about a week, I say, where the thing kept folding or it sort of stuck and refused to build, or else it just got this mad runaway effect when it got too steep. So delighted now I can keep building this. Yeah, I've got this run before, about an hour, 2 hours, well, an hour and a half I think. The most getting steep. ledge here where it gets stuck. Oh, ground, you can feel it moving as it's building, so you get little jerks every so often. Another thing I'll have to build into this is both an earthquake before it starts, sort of simulate that, and also before this volcano itself erupts, what I plan to do is have like a long fissure of eruption starting just the way it naturally would do here, a long fissure, and then eventually maybe that amalgamate into one or two main ones. There we go, it looks like a volcano to me. Tip I like to give people that are using the Quest 2, especially the Quest 3, if you put your hands down, and if you're not using headphones, and cup your hands behind your ears and see how much more of a bass end you get, it's actually quite a good sound now, surprisingly, for the Quest 3. So that's my tip. So hands behind your ears, cupped around them, and you'll find that the sound much better. Here we go, some hot stuff now. Runs really fast, it stays orange, hot. Turns it red, slightly less hot. I haven't got these glowing yet. I did have them on before, but it was just using a wee bit too much resources at this stage, so we're getting mad steep now, look, oh, hey. Getting away from it, but big one catching up. Class. Oh, getting steep now. It's going to get too steep. We don't know. Could get runaway. So apologies if I do get runaway. This one actually set quite high. I will sort of permanently tweak them with the settings, but it's still holding up. See how many we're getting up to now. There's a nice one in the setting sun with volcano coming down all sides. Big area pulling here. Let's see what's going on. Ridges going on here, so I suppose it's hard to do that when people are drawing, and modelling is trying to create natural 3D landscapes. Always use a simulator like this can do the job for you. There's a wee bit picky here, this one. Volcano now. More like a coffin shape. You can see and hear things popping all around you with this. of boiling lava in this when we do get it going. Let us know what's your favourite thing about watching volcanoes. Watching the bombs coming out the top, or hitting the sides, or rolling down the sides, or lava flowing. As long as it's not in your house, but I say it will be in your house, all being well, virtually. Stretched out now. See, things can't get stuck forever because they'll eventually build their own land and move on. So they start from a flat terrain, but say when we get the real height map terrains from your own area, you can place the volcano obviously wherever you want, so that could maybe start on a high area. The lava's going to flow further away, but this is just starting from base flat ground, which I suppose the last one did. Now the last couple were fairly flat or bowl shaped areas they started in. So we'll see what we're at for our count. Oh, this is a bit wobbly at the minute here. 38 minutes gone, 8,300. Crater now is up to 3.1 meters, started at 1. And our lava height now is about 1.24 meters that's going from. So the height of the cone now must be 5 meters up, 4 or 5 meters tall. I don't know how many wide, about 40 or 50. There's another angle that's big. It's a wee bit overly spiky that, but say we'll be working on that maybe too. But say there's just naturally how it forms with Unity. We don't want to tamper too much with it, but some of Unity's physics can be a wee bit dodgy, so you have to play with it. Make your own that works. A lava here building. It's steep. They need the lava here, but so that's got so steep. Just pull here. These will all start to maybe die off. It's just like nature, water, anything that flows, they'll always find shallowest ground. So again, when these die off, they all should start pulling up more and more. So it's part of it. It's working quite well. Go off in another direction. Nice channel going off that way now, looks like. Into the high walls are maybe less escaping as well now. When the early builds, obviously you get stuff spraying out everywhere. Now, slightly less get out. See, there's something going on everywhere. So hopefully get people into science and education and natural sciences. Good way to have a lesson, you know. If you're learning about volcanoes, do it in an app. We'll make this social, make it multiplayer. You can have your lesson in here. We can bring in all your resources into the app itself. All your docs and pictures and stuff, you can have them in here. And you can have your lecture in VR. And watch the volcano erupt. That'll keep their attention. I'm sure there's other volcano sims about, and probably a lot better than this, but this is one for virtual reality, which I thought would be a mixed reality, which is far more immersive. Have a look at the cone here now. It's getting really, really steep. I don't know what limit this will go to. Craters way down low. There's less getting out now, as you can see. Might get to a stage with these actually where it gets too steep to go up and have a look, but at the minute we're okay. Now for a weight wise, so you can multiply that by 10 to get what this would actually be. This speeded up by about 10 times. Well, it's grown at 10 times compared to the volume of the mass that's actually come out, so just because it'll be a bit slow. So 1620 11.6 metric tons. Not too bad holding frame rate. I should get a frame rate counter in here, but my little volcano, eh? Your very own volcano. Or volcanoes. You can set up a few of these in different areas and see how they interact as well, or the interplay between them. Be the next thing. So there's still loads more effects and stuff to go in this, but working in principle. There'll be a lot of splats and natural lava at the top, but again, when these fall, there'll be other things going on. There hasn't been that much falling in this. It's cooled down a bit. Grew up very quick at the start. This one's still a bit. Here's a nice spot here. It's probably my favourite thing is watching these fellas. on all the time catch your eye. Funny, each shape has got their own different way of movement. Guarantee you'll be well relaxed after doing this for an hour. Something hypnotic. I suppose it's like fireworks. Humans will love flashing lights and bangs and pops and scary stuff. It's got a wee bit of a lava lamp sort of thing going on too with these. That sort of hypnotic effect of... Oh, too steep at that side to get up actually now, so we may not be able to get up again to the crater, we'll see. But we're still okay at this side. Crater's still there, yeah. Won't be able to get to the very tippy top of it anyway. A real volcano after a while. When the crater builds, you don't actually get as much coming out. More of it hits the sides and goes in and gets recycled. It's continued to build all over. It's nice. Quite happy with it. Bit of it. So obviously if you're doing this in real life, you'd be getting hot feet. People like walking on coals, you can walk on lava. Let's walk on some lava. Can you go up? Should go up a little bit yet. And then down. I'll do a time check here. 48, so I say we might go to the hour. 10,000. 45 minutes roughly for 10,000 cycles. I suppose you could let this go for hours and days to see how... Well, the other thing is you can just pause it. This would be... When you do have this, you'll be able to pause it and then come back to it. Restart when you want. Let you customize it. As I have it in your own house, or the other option is pick up the terrain or height maps from your area and build it that way, or we can have virtual environments here. Wow. Look at the back here. Still orange there. They've had quite a bit of speed on them. The more height that this builds, the more speed we'll get, and the further the range. the way it keeps it very random. Nice broken. We don't want flat ground. That's the last thing we want. Keep it rough and ready. It's forming buttresses there at the side. What size is this now? Maybe 6 meters. Hard to tell because the ground here is obviously already risen from respect to the flat area. So another thing I'll have to bring in is measurements for we've only got the crater height and width, but we want to also have volcano height and the extent of the whole outflow would be another one. You can see it goes through naturally wee quiet sort of phase and then builds up. You'll be able to vary that as well. You'll also be able to vary the speed it's ejecting at, different things like that. How much pressure's in it. Pressure's in the gas that's in the lava. Because that's what causes the eruptions. Can we still get up at this? We'll see. That angle's too steep now as well. Yeah, it's all built up. May have to get a step ladder. Way, we can still get up. Way. A lot of these aren't even getting up. They're just hitting the side. I have a bit of a glitch there, and I know exactly what it is. So easy fix. We'll see what time it is now. We'll probably be winding this down shortly. My Wi-Fi headset connection lost. Doesn't make any difference. So we've got about another 6 minutes here. Just watch from a distance. One of the best vantage points here. Let's see. Be a bit quieter there now, as you can see. This particular build, I had the crater growing at a slightly lesser rate, so I've just been playing about. There's about 10 different variables play into this, really, what you said. See how it grows. So I tinkered a little bit there. And then because it's so low, they're not really going out. So once we get the crater up a bit higher, we'll have that one solved. So you can see the output here is slightly less at the minute, but we're still looking nice. Lava track there. Again, we're building into new lands again. watch this as it builds. Yeah, you see it changing both colour and texture, and the height changes as well. That's the way lava would go, just flow out and build up, find its way. A wee bit spiky there, but there you go. So say, tell me what you think now. Was your 56? Keep the clock on here, so I just do it exactly to the hour. Boom. Crater now 4.12 meter, 1.84 is the lava height. Again, because this one I had that's slightly low, or the increase slightly lower, so that would actually need to come back up a bit, and then we're going to get more lava coming out the top. So again, it's all a play about with different stuff. So I quite like the idea of just being able to set maybe all the variables yourself and just let it. That's what we're at the minute now. I have had it going up to 20,000 cycles, no problem. And our weight now, what's that, 15 ton, which would be 150 ton. That's right, yeah. Started 1412. As you can see the time here, this is developers. Start coding things, so this one's had me up to 3, 4, 5, 6 nearly in the morning over the last couple of weeks, just when you get caught into one problem and you want to solve it. So that main was the thing was running away on us and couldn't control it. So it's good, it's all working now. So with that, I'm going to probably bid you farewell. Back here. Well, I think we'll do it in relation to the other volcanoes just behind. It'd be nice to finish on the setting sun. So thanks a million for watching this. It's just one of those mad ideas that just happened by accident because the volcano didn't erupt. I decided to create one that can erupt whenever you want, at your pleasure and leisure. So hopefully I get this out soon. If people want it, tell me what you think, or anyone in education or training or fun, or what you think of the idea. So it's just an idea. So again, we're looking for permission to burn your house down with a volcano. So hope that appeals to you in any way. But I say most preparedness for natural disasters, it's good to experience them. It's one thing, it takes the fear out of it. That's the other idea. Maybe doing these, or having a volcano in your house, or a disaster in your house, it does prepare you, you know. The earthquake simulators, I think there's already maybe ones for VR as well, but could build that into this as well, so make it useful. So educational, fun, everything, that's the idea of it. So yeah, get a nice view of the volcanoes in the back there, just as we finish. The new volcanoes and the old. So there you go. Volcano Sim, I don't know what we're calling this yet. So I'm Paul, Skywatcher VR. Thanks a million for watching. Very good of you for watching. I know a lot of people like this sort of thing, so let us know what you think. We'll have news to say on Instrument Studio VR coming for the Quest. A lot of news, maybe a slight name change. just a wee hint there, but some big things in that coming now, and working on loads of different fronts, different projects. But for now, over and out, this is Virtual Reality, Mixed Reality Volcano Simulator. All the best. Good night and adieu.